Hi everybody, my name is Cindy. I'm a customer support and product specialist here with Ada Lighting Advanced LED Lights for Automotives. If you're joining us today, thank you so much. And this is actually our second live stream event from our company, so we're very excited. Hopefully more can join, and if you have any questions or want to do a shout out, go ahead and let us know, and our producer Kevin will let me know your questions or any shout outs you want me to say during the video. Alrighty, so again, like I mentioned, this is our second video live streaming event, and for this video we're gonna go ahead and talk about a little bit about our three models of Switchback fog lights. Just to rewind a little bit, you're not really familiar with our company. Again, we're Ada Lighting Advanced LED Lights for Automotives. So that means we have aftermarket LED bulbs to replace your stock halogen bulbs for almost any type of bulb in your vehicle. If it's halogen, most likely we have it to replace. We even have models to replace your stock HID headlight bulbs. So we have brake lights, fog lights, turn signals, reverse lights. You want to go ahead and upgrade to LEDs, we have them. So today we're going to take a look at three of our Switchback LED fog light models. You might ask, what are Switchbacks? So what does that mean? So it pretty much means that they switch colors. And we either do 2 or 3 different colors, and pretty much essentially you can switch colors without even switching the bulbs. Another question you might have is the fog lights. I know some people might not really be familiar with fog lights, might not even have fog lights in their vehicle, but there are fog lights in some vehicles, and what fog lights are designed are to be used during extreme weather like snow, foggy, misty, or very heavy rain. Fog lights are there to help you get some extra visibility while you're driving down the road, and that visibility is towards the bottom sides, front sides of the of your road, pretty much on the side of the vehicles. So the fog lights are usually located in the front of your vehicle, underneath the headlight assembly, usually in the front bumper. Sometimes they're right in the middle, sometimes they're right on the side of the vehicle, but essentially those are fog lights, and that's what the title is. They're usually designed to use during the fog to get you that extra visibility, more of a safety feature. So not all vehicles have them, but some of them do, or actually a lot of them do. So if your vehicle does have them, then this is the video for you today. If you're looking into getting a car and maybe you have an option with or without fog lights, maybe this video will be great for you. You could kind of see if that's something you're interested of, having that extra visibility option for your vehicle. So today we're going to go ahead and talk about 3 different models of LED switchback fog lights. We have our AL-R model, our SL-CSP model, and our TRI-CSP 7035 model. So we're pretty much going to go ahead and get started. What I like to do is just talk a little bit about the bulb, show what the bulb looks like, give some details about it, and also do a live testing of see how it works and also the performance. So that's pretty much the plan for today. So let's go ahead and get started. So our first model is our AL-R model. It comes in a little tiny box, and they are made for just fog lights. You see the title, LED switchback fog lights. Let's go ahead and take a look and open that up. And bear with me. Alrighty then. So when we take this out, the first thing you're going to see is a little Allen wrench and a little Ziploc bag. And we'll go ahead and get back to this and see why it's there and when to use it. And we pop one of the bulbs out. This is the new bulb. Now, just for today's demonstration, all of these bulb sizes are H11s. So the look of it, or the way it looks, it may vary depending on bulb sizes. That means the rubber gasket may be a little bit different, the tabby may be a little bit different, and the overall base. But essentially, that just depends on the size you're using. Let's go ahead and take a closer look of the bulb. First thing I want to talk about is the LED chips. So most fog lights are single filament. So most of the time you get an LED chip that's just single. You see here it is both two colors. You have one that's like a light, more like a neon yellow, and then the other one is like a really amber yellow. So that just means it's two sets for two different colors. So each time a color is activated, one set will turn on and activate, and that's the other side essentially. And that's why you see two different colors on it. Might look a little bit weird, and of course if you see here both of them aren't white. That's fine. That little neon color one, that's mostly the white color. And here we go ahead and talk about the base. The base is also a heat sink. It is a 6063 aviation aluminum style body. So for a really great performance heat conductor. And we have also the base here. It is a fire retardant, so it is really great, safe bulb. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at why we have this little Allen wrench here. So unlike most of our other models, this model is beam adjustable. So you see here, there's a little tiny little opening. That's where you would insert the Allen wrench to go ahead and adjust the beam. Let me see if I can go ahead and can give you a quick demonstration. If I can open the little Ziploc. Alrighty. So we have the little Allen wrench, and you want to go ahead and take that in. Inside the hole, just pretty much just want to do it counterclockwise just to loosen it up, and then you'll be able to twist it. Okay. If I can do it, sorry about that. There we go, got it. So once it loosens up, you are able to twist the chuck, and with the twisting of it, you are able to adjust the beam direction. This is very, very helpful for some housings that maybe need a beam direction adjustment. So most of the time, when you install it looks kind of like this. You install it, this is sticking down to the bottom, and the LED chips should be facing left to right, side to side. There is sometimes some housings, they might kind of be in an angle once you install them. So this model is perfect because it is one of the only fog light models that is beam adjustable. So this is a great little feature for this bulb. Now, how does it work? Well, essentially, like I mentioned before, it is it functions by on and off capability. So essentially you turn it off. You install them, and they're at 6,000 K xenon white, turn them off, turn them back on, and it turns to a 3,000 K gold yellow. So this is a 6,000 K xenon white and a 3,000 K gold yellow, and the light output is 2,600 lumens, and that's 5,200 lumens per bulb, and the working wattage is 17 watts per bulb. So this will do great in a lot of American vehicles like Chevys, Colorados. They also will do great in such as Toyotas. So the wattage is a little bit less than a regular fog light model, halogen model, but it is still very close to the working wattage, so most vehicles don't have an issue. It is not canvas rated, but again, like I mentioned, most vehicles have no issues with performance. Right now I'm going to go ahead and show you a quick video. It gives you a little bit more details of the product, and when you come back, we're going to go ahead and do a live demonstration. Okay, go ahead and take a look at this video. All right, well, welcome back. I hope that video was pretty helpful. It did give a little bit more details of pretty much what I went over. So right now, during that time, I went ahead and set it up my little demonstration of fog light housing, and we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. So right away, when you first turn it on, it is always a 6000K xenon white. That's the default color. Let's go ahead and turn that on. And there it is. It is again 6000K pure xenon white color, nice and bright, 2600 lumens. We turn it off, turn it back on, and oops, sorry, I did it too fast. And they are amber yellow. I'm sorry, gold yellow. 3000K gold yellow. Now this is a really nice yellow. Looks great in vehicles. Really gives it that extra style that if you're looking for that. But most importantly, yellow is really known to be used during fog or rain or even snow, because the yellow really helps to break up what is snow or what is rain, what is the road. It doesn't reflect as bright as white during rainy weather. So perfect nice gold yellow, very helpful when you're driving down a road that's either too dark or just really bad weather and you want that extra safety and the extra visibility. This is the way to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. Sorry, I did have it a little bit longer than I wanted to. So we're going to go back to the bulb. So I mentioned again, and we'll go back before we end the video, kind of talk about a little quick summary of every single item we saw today, a little bit of the features, and hopefully this helps you maybe make your decision if you are interested in LED bulbs, or it kind of gives you a little bit more knowledge if you're still in the research stage and thinking about LED bulbs. So this is our AL-R model, and you can find this in our carousel. And it retails for $29.99 for the pair. So let's go ahead, and now that we look at this model, let's go ahead and take a look at our next model. Our next model is our SL-CSP model. Here it is here. So our SL-CSP model has a working wattage of 28.8 watts. And the lumen output is actually 4,000 lumens. So that is 8,000 lumens for the pair. Super bright. That's pretty much the brightness you probably see when you get a standard LED headlight bulb. So very bright. This works great if you are already in an area that fog lights are very important, and they're not just there for looks, they're actually there for use. Let's go ahead and take a look a little bit of the item. So I did that mistake. So you actually open it from the front. It's a little flap. Open it up and let's take a look. Oops. So right away when we see this, I open it, you get a little tiny manual. It's just a little bit general description of the items there for your information. And let's take a look here. Let's pull this bulb out. And here we are. So this is our SL-CSP LED fog light. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, we're looking at H11 bulb size. So different bulb sizes may change a little bit how it looks, maybe the color of the rubber gasket and the tabs. So the first thing I want to talk about right away is the LED chips. LED chips is just like the one before. There's two sets of LED chips in two different colors. So each set represents each color. And we'll go ahead and go down to a heat sink, very sturdy, and also unlike the other model, you see an LED driver. It's a little black box. Now, did want to mention, this is not to be confused with a decoder or a resistor or a capacitor. That bulb does not have that technology built in. Most of them don't. And so this is just the LED driver. It's essentially the brain of the bulb. So it's just there because we weren't able to build it internally. We had to build it externally, and most of the time it's also because it is brighter. So with brighter, you need more components to get to achieve that. So how does it work? So it works exactly the same as our other model, our AL-R model. It is simple on and off function. So you turn them on and they turn to a 6000K xenon white turn them off, turn it back on, and it turns to a 3000K gold yellow. The only difference with this model is that it is really, really bright. It is 4,000 lumens per bulb. And again, as comparison, the prior model that we saw was 2,600 lumens per bulb. So 2,600 lumens per bulb and 4,000 lumens per bulb. So if, like I mentioned, if you're really trying to get fog lights that you really do need them for visibility, this is probably the one that I would suggest. Like I mentioned, you pretty much get the same brightness as you might find in a regular LED headlight model. So right now, we're going to go ahead and get ready for our live demonstration. It's actually my favorite part because you get to see actually how they work and what it looks like. So in the meanwhile, here's a little quick video, kind of shows a little bit more details of the bulb, a little bit more of the angle. And we'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. Like I mentioned, just a little small video, kind of shows a little bit more of the angle and what the design looks like. So I have my bulb already installed in our handy dandy demonstration. Let's go ahead and activate this. I want to maybe look away for a little bit second, just because this one is a lot brighter. Turn it on, and it's a 6000K xenon white. It is a nice bright light. And essentially, there's not too much to talk about just because how bright it looks, and just imagine how it would look inside your vehicle. Turn it off, turn it back on, and there you go. It is still a 3000K gold yellow. Now you might see maybe a little bit of color difference between the two. They both are rated to say color temperature, but the brightness can also change how it may reflect. So that's probably why you see it maybe a little bit different. Oh, to turn it, sorry, thank you. To turn it back to white, simply turn it off and turn it back on. And sorry, I actually disconnected it. Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and get this ready. It's a little bit easier in a car, but essentially you're driving down the road, the fog kind of ended, you want to go back to white, so simply turn it off, turn it back on, and they're white. So you don't have to pull over, you don't have to stop your car, you don't have to do anything different than just press your fog light button. So turn them off, turn them back on, and they change colors. So we're going to go ahead and just talk a little bit again about the model. This retails for $49.99 for the pair. So there's a little bit different pricing than our other model, but it is a lot brighter, and it is also located on our carousel. And all these, both of them actually, and the next one we'll talk about, will also have a 1-year manufacturer warranty as soon as you purchase them. So it automatically connected to your Amazon order. So this is our SL-CSP. This is actually be the brightest model that we carry in Switchback fog lights. So keep that in mind, and don't worry if you want to remember something and want to go back to a little bit more details. We're going to do that at the very end of the video. Okay, thank you for staying with me. Okay, so the next model is actually going to be our TRI-CSP 7035 model. And if you might have guessed by the title, it's tri, and that means 3 colors. This is our one and only newest LED fog light that switches to 3 colors. super amazing, super exciting. I'm actually going to put this in my vehicle this weekend, so I'm very, very excited for them. And maybe I'll post some videos later on in the next video if you want to see what it looked like. I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. So this is our tri-color, 3-color LED fog light. So the model again is TRI-CSP 7035, or we call it just short TRI-CSP. And again, like I mentioned, it is 3 colors. The working wattage is 17 watts per bulb, and the light output is 2,600 lumens per bulb. So that's a total light output of 5,200 lumens. And if you remember, that's actually the same specs and meaning in working wattage and brightness as our first switchback model that we talked about today. So let's go ahead and take a look. I love opening packages. Reminds me of Christmas. So right away, you get the Allen wrench. Same thing like in our other model. It is used to adjust the beam. And we're going to go ahead and pull this out. Here we go. And this is our tri-color TRI-CSP 7035. So right away, the first thing I want to talk about is the chips. Now, just like the other two, the chips there is 2 chips on each side, and each one has each color, same color as you saw in the other 2 models, except for this one has an LED chip right on top. That is the 3rd color. That is the icy blue. Now, just because it's on top, you might think, oh, how does that reflect? Does it change the reflection? Does it change the brightness? It does not. It is so, each color is so rated the same light output, 2,600 lumens. You also have already up-to-date technology heatsink, and with the base as well. So you want to go ahead and take a look. And essentially, also the question, how does it work? How do you change it to 3 colors? Well, all you do is same thing. Like I mentioned before, it's turn on and off. But essentially, instead of turning it off twice, you're going to turn on and off, on and off, on and off, on. And then you change to 3 colors. So here's a... again, like I mentioned, all you need is turn off and on, and you change colors. It goes in sequence, always 6000K xenon white. Turn it off, turn it back on. There's 3000K gold yellow. Turn it off, turn it back on, and it comes to an 8000K icy blue. So that is the difference in this one compared to our other switchback that has similar specs, is you get an extra color. Which is amazing and very exciting. So go ahead and take a look at this quick little video about the product. And I'm going to set everything up so we can actually see it, see exactly how it works again. I'm going to go ahead and bring that video.
Video will go over everything you need to know about how to operate the 3-way color switch fog lights from AILA Lighting. Installing the bulb is quite easy. These are plug and play. So you'll just need to remove the existing bulb, plug in the new 3-way color switch bulb, and install it in the housing. One thing to note about the install, you want the bulb to be installed vertically with the LED chips facing out to the left and right. After you've installed them, the fun begins. Start by turning on your fog lights. When you turn them on, the bulbs will be the default 6000K white. To change the color, turn the fog lights off, and then back on again. Now the bulbs will be 3000K yellow. To change them to blue, turn them off and on again, and sure enough, the bulbs are now 8000K blue. To return them back to white, turn them off and on one more time, and they'll go back to the 6000K white. You can cycle through the colors again, or as many times as you'd like. White, yellow, and blue, all in one fog light.
Alrighty, thanks for coming back. It was just a quick demonstration video, kind of see what I'm about to show you in person, just in case you wanted a bit more information. Let me go ahead and bring this over. Sorry about that. Oh, my bad. Give me 1 second. I thought I had that properly connected. So just bear with me. I have a little bit of technical issues. So this is not how you connect it for a car. So don't worry about this part. This is just for demonstration purposes. Unfortunately, I don't have a car right here in front of me. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And it is a pure 6000K xenon white. Like I mentioned, the brightness is exactly the same as our prior model, 2600 lumens. So let's go ahead and get to the fun part. Turn it off, turn it back on. 3000K gold yellow, very nice gold yellow. And for the fun part, off and on. Oh no! That was my fault, sorry, a little bit too excited. And let's go ahead and restart. My bad, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, that was yellow and blue. There we go. It is an 8000K icy blue. Very nice. This is really perfect if you're trying to get that visual, that wow factor in your car. This is it. And if you don't always want to have this type of color, that's why this is a perfect bulb, because you could just switch it and turn it back on to white. Turn it off, turn it on white. You run into a kind of cloudy weather or even foggy weather, turn it off, turn it back on. It is gold yellow, and for that wow factor, here's the icy blue. Love this bulb. I'm very excited we get to have it here with Ayla Lighting. Just in the meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and throw you a video just to give you a bit more details of the product. We're gonna come back, give the final details of this model, and review everything we just talked about today. All right, well, welcome back. Hopefully that video was a little bit more helpful. Again, I'm really excited with this model. So let's go ahead and talk about it just a little bit more. And like I mentioned, when we first opened the package, it came with a little Allen wrench. So why is the Allen wrench? Same thing as the prior model. This is also beam adjustable. Same process. You want to get your little Allen wrench. You want to slide it into the opening notch. And just again, this is a pro tip where we tell all our customers when we're assisting them is you just want to loosen it up. So you want to twist counterclockwise to loosen it up. Don't want to pull it, twist it all the way off and pull it all the way off. It's not necessary, and it does the job just well just by just loosening it up. So now with that, once I loosen it, you can see it rotates the chuck. So that is what's going to make the position different when you installing your housing. Your housing notches stay put. They don't change. It's the same position, but the LED chuck does change, and that's how you can adjust the beam and have the bulbs facing a different direction. Once you know what direction it's optimal for your housing and you get that correct direction, you're going to go ahead and put back the Allen wrench and twist clockwise to tighten it up. It shouldn't be too much force, and there it is. Now it's all set and is ready to go back into your housing. Alright, so that is pretty much the 3 models of LED switchback fog lights that we have available right now at Ada Lighting. All 3 are available in our carousel, and we're kind of going to go ahead and do a quick review. This is a perfect time if anybody has some questions, a little bit more clarification or anything like that. Now's the time. Our producer Kevin is standing by, ready to let me know what questions you have. So let's go ahead and talk about our AL-R model. This one is, again, like I mentioned, 2,600 lumens, and that is pretty bright for a fog light, or you do have other fog lights that probably be a little bit less brighter. So if you're looking for a good middle ground, I would say, so something that's brighter than your old halogen bulbs, but maybe you don't want to go overwhelmingly too bright, this is a perfect model. And I think, in my opinion, you can't go wrong with having 2 color options. There is nothing wrong with you're driving down a freeway and you hit a patch of fog. What are you going to do? All you have to do is turn it off, turn it back on, and there's gold yellow, and it does give you that extra visibility. It does really break up the difference between the road if it's snowy or even rainy. So that one's a great model. Again, it retails for $29.99 for the pair, so it's very economical. And make sure you check out, see that listing, it has a coupon code on Amazon. So you check it out right there in that carousel. So a lot of these items do have some promotions happening, and so you can either save $5 off or even 10-15% off, depending what coupon is available. So don't forget about coupons. They are there for only you, and it's great to use. So our next one is going to be our SL-CSP. So sticking with the 2 color switchback, this is our next model that we talked about, as our second model. And like I mentioned, this is actually our absolute brightest LED switchback we have right now. I do apologize. I'm so sorry. We have one more. We have one more a little bit brighter. Sorry about that. So this is our second brightest. And we'll talk about the other one in a future video. But again, this is bright, where this brightness is what you see if you get a standard LED headlight model. So if you ever look at other LED headlights, we even have some available headlight models available, and there are 4,000 lumens. So that's 8,000 lumens for the pair. This is very bright. This is really a great bulb if you really need to use your fog lights for more of actual function, so actual visibility. So you live in a part of the country or area that is always dark, maybe there's no street lights, or you live in a very area that's always hit with a lot of storms, snowstorms, or really severe weather. Go ahead and get this model, because when there is nothing like that out on the road, you get that extra visibility when it's white. Just like we did in our last video, helps reduce hitting deers. Hopefully we get to see them a little bit further down the road. And of course, yellow for that extreme weather. This one is also in a carousel. Take a look at that. It is $49.99 for the pair, and I do believe you also will see a coupon code for this model. Oh, going back real quick, this model, even though it is brighter and brighter than the other models, unfortunately this is not beam adjustable. But for most of vehicles, you really don't need to adjust them, so this should be just okay without that function. So our last one, and the one that you saw me get really excited for, is our tri-color. So our TRI-CSP 7035, or just TRI-CSP as we call it. So this model, it looks very similar to our first model, meaning that most of them are the similar shape as the original halogen bulbs, but like I mentioned, 3 colors. This is great just because if you're in an area that maybe you're just showing off your car or something like that, you want to show that, look, my fog lights are a nice blue, maybe it matches your paint job, or according to the paint job. This is great because when you actually do need your fog lights, when you're driving regularly, there can be white, or you do get into that weather that you do need that extra help when you're driving, then you go to gold yellow. This ones are actually our newest model. We actually featured this model at last year Apex in Vegas, but it wasn't just ready yet for mass release, but we did introduce it. So this is it. This is, if you were there in Apex last year, this is the bulb we were so excited about that we're gonna have in our company in the future, and that feature was well, actually just a few weeks ago. So it's today. This is the perfect model if you want to have fun with your fog lights, but also you don't want to forget that you do need fog lights sometimes when you're driving. So it's the best of both worlds. So essentially that's what we're at with now. Again, it's $29.99 for the pair, the same price as this one. Oh, I'm sorry, not $29.99. Sorry about that. I think our pricing is a little bit different. Producer Kevin.
I'll look it up here real fast.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry. I want to give you the wrong information.
So close. It's such a good deal. $34.99.
$34.99. Sorry about that.
$34.99.
Three colors. Exactly. 3 colors. $34.99. Thank you so much for that. Sorry about that. It's $34.99 for the pair. Again, I'm sure there's a coupon code right there on Amazon in the carousel. You go ahead and take a look at that. See if you can get save a little bit of money when you're getting these items. So this is again the 3 switchbacks we have right now at Ada Lighting. Very fun feature that you can use. You don't need to always get something like this, but if you are kind of struggling between both colors, or you don't know what color you want, why have to choose? If you're struggling between choosing white or yellow, well, you have a few models, 2 models here that you can pick. You don't have to choose. Or if you're choosing literally between the 3 colors, you don't know what you want, you don't have to choose, and this is your choice. You have all 3 colors all in one. Again, all of these products are backed by our 1-year manufacturer warranty. Your manufacturer warranty starts pretty much when you purchase it. It's automatically applied and it's connected to your Amazon order. So if you ever do run into an issue, just contact us, give us your order number, and we're here to help. So this is it for today's video. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for sticking with me. We have a little bit technical difficulties, but that's what just makes it fun and interesting, right? Alrighty, well, next week we're going to have another video. Make sure to follow us on our homepage so you can get notifications when we go live again. And if you have any requests of what do you want to see or what do you want us to talk about, we'll go ahead and send those in, and hopefully we can go ahead and make that come true. All right, my name is Cindy. I'm again a customer support and product specialist here with Ada Lighting. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.